Hey, today I'm thinking about this topic of how important it is to be able to calm down and let go of some things and just relax during the process of practicing resilience and strengthening this aspect of ourselves as recovered people. So, when we are practicing and remembering our innate uh, resilience, just because we're humans, it is an innate birthright of ours. When we're doing this, we can get really, at least me, right? Okay, we can get really encouraged, really excited, dreaming about the future, and it can result in impatience. It can result in this kind of frantic feeling of, I have to allocate every single second I have to the perfect strategic spots in my life, or else I'm not going to do it. And I really want it. And I'm really excited. And I want to prove things. I want to feel things. I want to live things. I believe in, all these exciting things. And that is beautiful. But at the same time, we do have to remember that um, a part of resilience is remembering that the best things often come through this spirit of relaxation, through this spirit of calmness, and through this spirit of being in the mindset where we can reflect and we can let things settle and we can remind our nervous systems, like from a physiological perspective, we can remind our nervous systems that we are safe, that yes, there's been all these changes in our brain, even good changes, stress, okay, and our physiology will respond to even to good stress. So it's kind of these rest periods. If you start to feel anxious of, this is how I measure, at least, of like, when is the time to be able to rest a bit. Truly, I measure it by my first I affirm that everything that I feel and experience I can trust, and I also affirm that I can choose that everything is working out for me in my highest favor. So if you affirm that you can trust your point of view, then that means that you can kind of relearn something we all did naturally as kids, relearn how to trust, knowing that it's time for a break, it's time to rest, it's time to switch things up, because rest doesn't always have to mean doing nothing or sleeping or whatever. Rest just means like changing focuses, resting from a certain focus, resting from a certain topic, resting even from a specific way of approaching something. So like, I will still develop this relationship with my body and practice expanding my security and the capabilities of this vessel that I'm in. And what I'm doing this because I'm thinking of doing crunches. I'm thinking of doing crunches like this and just like feeling like that sensation of being embodied, of being a spirit of a human being who has a body. It's important to be able to listen to that within you, and know what sensations you're feeling and looking for, in order to know if it's time to rest or time to continue. And it'll take a little bit of experimentation, but never take anything as a negative sign, you know. Never take anything as, you know, our minds are very powerful. Everybody tends to have some kind of superstitious things in us because that's kind of where the magic of the placebo effect and miracles and you know, the power of belief come in. The power of changing our entire lives, starting with how we perceive and interpret things. You know, that is really powerful. So we all have that within us, and it's really good we do, but we've got to use that to our best for our highest good. So, yeah. But, yeah, resting is really important for our physiology during all these changes because during these periods, as recovered people, as we are being more in touch with that innate resilience to us, and that innate ability to continue things long term and to not be detracted by negative or scary thoughts and emotions or assumptions. You know, we kind of have to, it's kind of like a rite of passage and something that I think everybody goes through at some point of their life, or hopefully everybody goes through. Maybe some people don't, and that sounds like a really painful life, but I don't know their circumstances. I don't know what it's like to be them. I'm just imagining theoretical stuff. So, so yeah, I think it's really important to learn how to be our own best friend, our own coach, our own cheerleader. And I used to hear things like that when I was younger and be like, that's so cheesy. Like, I don't even understand that. What? Just say, like, go, you can do it. And it felt like sarcastic to me or something. But I think there just comes a time when you start to feel like you kind of haunted all the time by like, oh, my life is either going to go one way or the other way, and it's based on how I see myself. It's based on the relationship I have with myself and my ability to back my own self up and support my own self and to really have certainty and feel really confident in that I believe exactly in what I'm trying to do, who I am, and I think really important steps in this vein, you know, in order to accomplish anything, in order to live the kind of life we want to live, we really have to learn how to see things in a way that allows us to continue down the path, even when it gets hairy, even when it gets unpredictable, and, you know, not be looking for any slight sign that it'll go bad to instantly see everything as like horrible and it's fated for the worst and all these painful things are going to happen. And it's understandable when people have trauma that our minds go to this. But the amazing thing is that we can also learn different mental structures, different ways to apply our powerful minds so that we can have the best of both worlds, where we both recognize justice and prevention of tragedies and learning from mistakes and accountability and all these really necessary things. So we retain that side of it, but we also retain the side to be able to keep on going and pushing further and seeing the best in everything, because we want control over our destiny and our life so that we can have better opportunities and we can be more effective in the things that are important to us and spread more of this message, and just find the right people, and not be falling upon deaf ears, kind of, So, right now I'm at that stage in my life where I'm learning how to, I'm learning how to manage the side of me where I choose to look past. I'm really good at seeing the things like, oh, this isn't ethical, this isn't ideal, this isn't the most effective for our strategy. I'm really good at seeing those kind of things, but I kind of forgot that a part of the strategy, it has to be making things last long term. And a part of things lasting long term is it has to feel comfortable. It has to feel easy and meant to be and protected and not so forceful. It has to feel just exciting and pleasant, and rewards, and having social rewards in our interactions with fellow people. And that kind of requires looking past every single thing that might be wrong or might be painful or might be scary or could lead to something bad. So I'm learning that side of it right now, and both parts of the puzzle are necessary and they can come together, and they need to come together in order to kind of stay balanced, and to keep us resilient, and I do really think that resilience is something that we practice, that we choose to practice, and it's for the purpose of embracing our personal power to change the world around us and support people in the world around us to let the most beautiful things come out. And I think especially as recovered people, it's important to use the word resilience, because to me that's a really powerful word. That it kind of doesn't, it doesn't like spit in the face of everything we've been through and everything the world has put us through and the world shouldn't put us through, and all these things that are really true, that we shouldn't have to deal with any of this. It's like, we know all this. And then in light of that, how can we still, like, we don't want to just be like, life is hell, the end. We want to be like, there's still a way to live blissfully and to feel nurtured and connect with people, and let our dreams be lived through, and let our dreams become realities other people can live through also. That's how anything good in the world comes about. And I think that the power of knowing that we are recovered, and the wisdom that we've learned through our own individual recovery journeys, applying that to the way that we move through the world with resilience, I think that's really important. So I definitely encourage you, I'm encouraging myself to be able to just understand that your personal story, all the things that you think make it so you need to like start over with a fresh human, and you're just like, oh well, I'm just, I need to start over, like I'm just broken, whoops, can't do anything with this. You just need a fresh human slate in order to do anything worthwhile, or have a good life, or have a better roll of the dice, be born into better circumstances, all of that. Our personal stories, part of what makes us really valuable to fellow people, and what allows us to connect with people in beautiful ways. It is the fact that we have experienced this, and still we are here, we are resilient despite everything. So that's a part of the beauty and the miracle, really, because we have to be in a world where belief and miracles exist and are real, because pain and suffering is just a part of humanity in the world that isn't going away entirely. So we have to have ways to understand how it fits into the bigger picture, so that that's not the focus. The suffering isn't the focus, but the beauty and the miracles and light of the brokenness. And and we got to benefit too from the ways that we are capable of interacting in the world because of what we've been through. Yeah, that it's kind of a joint topic, but I did want to talk about it a little bit. It's when it comes to jealousy, that is like the flip side of. I'll say that for another video, because this is already 16 minutes, and I really need to just make this good right here. So I'll save that for the future. I think I already said that before. But anyway, thank you so much for listening, and continue believing in yourself and dreaming for how you want to experience in your life, and realizing that who you are and what you're living right now is what you're meant to be experiencing, the path that you are on. This is what it feels like to be somebody who is going towards the life that you want to live, whatever that life is. And just affirm that for yourself. And yeah. All right. Take care. Bye.